Hey, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wargaming.net League Gold Series for APAC-ASIA. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny.
This is Edison 99.
And to start things off, unfortunately, we do have some bad news. TCSG, this has got to be their third time? This is
the second time.
Second time.
Yeah, they failed to report.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they didn't have enough members of their team, as Edison said.
Yeah, they
reporting
only have
in.
5. Yeah, they only have 5 because of, as you know, maybe they leave their office or leave their school on 7 p.m. It's Singapore is not like here. Yeah.
Right. I mean, at the same time, these guys have busy lifestyles, especially in a city like
I think
Singapore.
it's a time zone difference. Even they got the same time zone, like a Chinese time zone, But actually the sunrise, sunset is different time. So their lifestyle is somewhat different here.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it on that.
Okay.
Definitely. I remember when I was in Shandong in mainland China, and all the way from Taiwan to Singapore is one big time zone. America's divided up into 3. But I remember it was 5 a.m. in Shandong, and the sun was already I could already see sunlight through my window. So I mean, it's not that great.
It's the same time in Singapore, but everybody's still in the dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, we do. We're just going to dive straight into, I think, one match that everyone's kind of been looking forward to. It's going to be Elong versus Front Mission. But first, the rules.
Okay.
Only 2 types of team rosters are available. That's the 587, which is composed of 5 tier 8 tanks, 2 tier 7 tanks. Or you can go with the 686 composition, which would be 6 tier 8 tanks and 1 tier 6 tank, and no other compositions are allowed. One match will consist of 2 maps and a maximum of 8 battles. One map includes 4 battles where each team plays 2 times in attack and 2 times in defense. Roles are played according to the following attack rule: attack, attack, defense, defense. To win the match, each team or one team needs to hit 5 points in those 8 battles. If one team happens to get 5 wins, the remaining battles are not played out. And of course, if both teams make it to 4-4, we take it into a tiebreaker game where the winner gets 2 points, the loser gets 1 point.
Yep.
And in the case that the match ends in a draw, that's a tiebreaker, 4-4.
Okay.
Team efficiency leading things up there with 6-0. They are showing they want to go to the grand finals this season.
Yeah, they are definitely on the postseason right now, but they got to face to Elong, Shelter Tiger, finally who gonna get the top 2 and go to the Gold Series. It's a
season finals.
Yeah, the season final.
Right. And we still don't know the location for that, guys. We are just as eager to hear it as you guys are. Elong has 4 wins and 1 defeat, but the 1 defeat is actually basically them not showing up on time. It was a disqualification.
Yeah, the first week they don't know, they have to report on the 720, so the Shelter Tiger get 5 points on that match. I
thought they were supposed to play against Team Efficiency.
No, it's Shelter Tiger.
Ah, okay. Charlotte Tiger themselves has 4 wins and 1 defeat. PvP Super Friends now catching up just a little bit at 2 wins, 4 defeats. Front Mission not too far behind with 2 and 2. Of course, they're going to be playing against Elong tonight, and if they can take 1 win, that'll put them above PvP Super Friends. But we know that they're the underdogs, and I don't think they have a full-time practice regimen, do they?
No, I don't think.
All right.
Yeah, the formation is they are quite famous on the Thailand, and on the earlier stage they are doing really nice on the tournament, but they are not that strong on this year, on previous year, I think.
Well, they made it here from the Silver Series, but Horsemen now kind of dragging it just a little bit. It's a little bit disappointing. Day before yesterday, they took the first map with 3 wins.
To team efficiency, but their strategy is not that great on the step, so they failed to win that one.
Yeah, and of course we can see Phoenix position as well as Coalition Singapore not doing too hot nowadays. So we're gonna dive into the Silver Series standings right now. Aces showing they went back into the gold.
Yeah, they're gonna come back.
Yeah, B Gaming. Is that Viwako?
Yeah, B Gaming Viwako, a Japanese team. Quite strong. And
they got 4 wins, 0 defeats. Run at 4 wins and 2 defeats. PvP Missionary at 3 wins, 1 defeat. Looks like, if I'm not mistaken, they were pretty far up last week. If I'm not mistaken, right? Day before yesterday, they were actually in a higher ranking than they are now, right?
Yeah, you mean the formation missionary, right?
Yeah. Guess Run won another game. A team from Hong Kong, I might add. LXG has 2 and 3. We got Gash Plus at 1 and 4. LOD trailing it really bad right now, and so too is Pacific Rim Gaming. Those guys not doing too hot. They might fall back into bronze at the end of this season. But now we're gonna dive straight into the lobby as we got a game ready to go for you guys. This one's also gonna be Muravanka and Ruinberg. Oh boy, no steps, no Prokhorovka. It's fun. It's music to my ears.
Yeah, and Muravanka is quite special. Maybe last week and we saw the PvP versus Fantasy, right? Yeah, they're doing quite special on the Muravanka, so more and more one could choose this one.
But of course, we know the playstyle of Elong. I wouldn't be surprised to see an ultralight setup coming out. They've already got they've got a single T49 and an AMX 1390. I wouldn't be surprised to see at least 2 more AMX 1390s and a couple of RU251s.
Yeah.
They've shown us that time and again they've got solid coordinated fire, especially when they're running at full speed.
Yeah, I saw the Elong gonna have more and more light tanks because on this map we got a lot of camo, got a lot of coverage, quite nice for the light tank, like Prokhorovka.
All right, so there it is, 2 AMX 1390s more, so 3 AMX 1390s altogether, and 2 RU251s. That's, how do I put this? Like, that was just me calling it out lucky, I guess you could say, but wait, they're switching Nightmare out. Okay, never mind. He's back in with an AMX 1390. I guess the only weakness of Elong is you can probably tell what kind of a loadout they're going to go before you hop into the next game, but that's their only weakness. You can't. The thing is, like, the question is, how do you stop that from running you over?
Yeah.
Maybe Front Mission will show us tonight.
No, but I have to say that the Elong, they always have they always have a really nice training. So if everything on their practice, they cannot do everything really perfect. But if you give him a surprise, they won't doing that like good.
All right, so everybody's just about ready to go. Yep. I like this. Let's get ready to rumble, guys. We're about to dive into the first game of the evening.
Yeah, in Muravanka, and we cannot see a Ruinberg,
Yeah, I love it. It's the best part about this. Probably the best day we've had for the Gold Series, of course, besides disqualifications for a while.
I think everything made the Elong, they're gonna ban the Cliff.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
All right, there we are, guys. You can see the loadout quite solidly. 2 T69s meant to tackle down those AMX 1390s, I imagine, from Front Mission. 2 AMX 1390s as well, a T71 and an M41 Bulldog to finish things off.
Okay.
Of course, here we are. Elong's already rushing across the map. They know they're on defense, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them go all the way with this. They've got a pretty solid spread thus far. Spawning to the north, of course, is Front Mission. Looks like we don't have any issues with the loading graphics this time around. Or, excuse me, the team graphics this time around.
Yeah, but I don't know if the graph correct, because here is a T69. Yeah, but they didn't report, Oh, it's still on connection.
He's still connecting? Oh, man, he is. Yeah, I can see exactly what you're talking about right now. He might be having some kind of hardware issue. He could probably still be on raid call, TeamSpeak, Skype, whatever the teams are using. But
okay, someone asked them, but, they didn't reply.
DC, they're just going to continue. I mean, someone asked in game if there's a DC, and WGL Asia is continuing to ask, is there a DC? And no one is responding.
Yeah, no one responded.
But now the T69 started moving, so it looks like everything is all right.
Okay. It come back.
I guess that was a computer that was made in Thailand. It was a joke.
I don't think that Thailand making any computer.
Oh no! It could be just a hardware hiccup. I don't think it was any lag whatsoever.
Someone gonna say that's Taiwan, not Thailand.
Yeah. Come on. All right, so checking everything out thus far, we've actually got front mission going for. I like this move, by the way. Looks like a very solid and coordinated push towards the east end of the map.
Yeah, the formation go to the east part. That means they're gonna trying to capture this capture circle too. And I guess the Elon team already know that because the scout already pulled back. So the scout might be staying somewhere like here. When they come in, they want to snipe in from the hill part.
Okay, so for the time being, I think, that's a pretty solid reaction coming from Elong. They're like, okay, just one, even if it is just one tank that we see, we're just going to play it safe. And that's the coordination that they have.
Oh, they're flanking to north.
Oh man, that could be a backfire. That could be something that works against them. The 4 tanks are headed in that direction right now. The T-49 is going to try and get into a sniping position. That 59-16 is sticking it out close to capture point 2. This could... Oh man, I feel like they're going to get that M41 Bulldog just based on how far out he is from the rest of his team.
The problem for the Elong is even if they're trying to flank into north, is so dangerous because they won't do that because they have only 4 tanks and trying to rush to the enemy is not that wise. So maybe they just want to go to north and they're afraid if someone go alone, they're gonna die first. So they send the 4 tanks there. All
right. Front mission has a full spread from north to south right now, and they are trying to make a push happen.
The problem is for them is it's a nice Elon, a new member, or
maybe.
I never see that.
Never.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Isn't he the boss? I think I've seen him before. Well, there's 3 minutes left on the clock to make something happen. Of course, front mission has to push soon. They can't just stay here and do nothing. And Elong knows that. They're abusing this right now.
They know if you capture on south, they're gonna flank it from the middle. But
looks like they're trying to set up an ambush for that, for such a scenario right now. The T-69s are repositioning themselves a little bit more to the north. They're going to be accompanied by that M41 Bulldog as well as the AMX 1390. But 3 minutes left to go on the clock, and the move has been made. Front mission has pounced on to capture point 2.
The problem for them is the one Ren, he spotted there, and he was not, no one knows where is him, So even the Panda Eye is captured right now, I think the Elon team can reset that quite easy because of the spotter is really close.
Right, Guanren, we can see him.
Yeah, it's so close to the capture circle.
But there's blind fire. That is a bunch of blind fire. Okay, right now, Elong, they're kind of getting their arm twisted just a little bit. Black is now repositioning himself. And I think Reflection is actually trying to get some snipe shots out on WD-40.
Yeah, but they didn't see the Panda Eye on such a close range.
Oh, 509 hits onto WD-40.
Yeah, it's T-49, okay.
227 and the reset has been made. Taking free damage at this point is front mission. 716 on the Panda Eye. One more will take him out of the game, assuming it connects in the right spot.
Oh, it's spotted by Black. From the north.
Oh, now they're going balls to the wall with the capture. WD-40 is in the capture zone, trying to protect his teammate. Off spin was taken down, unfortunately. Help me please, now running for dear life and living up to his namesake. Black gets away with the kill on that, if I'm not mistaken. Now we're going to have Calope coming around from the rear. If he can get a penetrating shot, there it is. Black is out of the game. All right. Thus far, front mission is they are hard pressed to make a capture succeed, but it's not going to work out. 510 off of WD-40 and 48 seconds. He's been taken down, if I'm not mistaken. No.
Yeah.
No, he's one shot. He's one shot away from being taken down. Calliope down to 258 with that hit coming in from Elong's nice. GRB and Reflection just playing it out patiently. There's a flank coming in from the north, however, from 2 members of Elong, and that's going to totally surround the last 3 tanks of front mission. Calliope was just taken down. Blood Plus now fending for his life. 272, 741 off of Nightmare. Might get him. He's on fire now, that is to say. Blood Plus is, and the finishing blow comes from Was that nice Elong just now?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's fire.
Right, and it's Ripper. Here he is. He's stuck. He might be able to get Reflection, but that's all he's going to get. 492 damage off of Reflection, but a solid 5 tanks remain on the map for Elong.
Yeah, and Elong already know, if you guys gonna cap here, we got a spotter, and the Gordon stand there, never shoot, right? And I guess he already spotted the who is that? Upon the eye and someone there, but no one shoot upon the eye first because they just let you cap,
Yeah.
Until like 50 seconds, okay, we're gonna shoot you.
They had all the time in the world. I mean, when you are initiating a 140 or excuse me, a minute and 40-second long capture, there's very, very much time to react from Elong. And I think what we actually saw from Front Mission there was them trying to actually capitalize on ambushing those guys, and it just didn't work out in the end. Worked against them.
Yeah, Elong really know how to use the right hand. They know, okay, if you want to capture, I'm gonna spot somewhere, but if you cannot find the scout, you cannot buy there, like this one.
All right. Well, that brings game 1 to an end, and game 2, again, with Front Mission on offense, will commence in about 90 seconds. So go away, guys. All right, guys, we are back now with round 2 on offense for Front Mission. I'm wondering if they're going to have a different strategy in mind, given what they encountered in game number 1. I don't know. What do you think, Edison?
Yeah, I guess they're gonna go through the west part, but it's still really hard. You see the PP doing on the Tuesday, right? Yeah. So if you want to go to the north, they still got spotter on the south. So it's really tough on this one for defense. Not defense, not for assault, I'm wondering if this is going to affect the decision making for what tanks they take into game number 2 here. We already see a T-32. Did they have that in game number 1? Yeah, they got one. They did? They got one. Oh, okay. Yeah, they got one. But do you remember the Phoenix team? How do they win the PvP on this map? Heavy tanks. They use a heavy tank. On the west part, they got more cover. So, okay, you want to snipe me? They try to push as soon as possible. On the close range, you cannot snipe it. So they use all heavy tank pushing. That's it. So if the formation ever watch the VOD, maybe they're gonna take such strategy. Use more heavy tank. Go through the west part. All right. So for the time being, we see. FM is still trying to get their tank selection finalized, and it looks like there's been absolutely zero change to the tank selection coming from Elong right now. So they're gonna stick it out with their light tank selection. Yep.
But for the time being, I mean, I think I really feel like Front Mission is going to change the tank loadout at least a little bit. T29 this game around. Oh wait, Happy B12 is now he's switching his tank. All right, RU251. Let's stop and think. I mean, do you? I don't know. Do you think that we could see Front Mission give all 4 of the games on this map to Elong? I mean,
I'm not surprising if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, Elong, they're basically one of the only teams that can practice full time, right?
Yep. They even so they didn't play this map on like many, I think, but it's a Elong, so they're gonna do more practice compared to our team.
How about Front Mission?
Panda is really nice commander. I mean.
No, I asked about the wrong team. What about Charlotte Tiger? Those guys?
Japanese might be,
full time,
they are
maybe?
so tough. They are not tough. They are not full time, but Japanese are always so tough.
Right.
They always, I do remember last year I joined a small tournament that's a Shafe racing. We got a M24 Shafe is a sport.
The sport. I remember playing that one. It was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, but the Japanese team, they are so tough. They got like 91 strike winning. They play like 4 times.
Yeah.
It's a small gaming.
All right, so we see a big difference right now, at least at tank selection. There's 2 T29s that we see coming from Front Mission this time around.
Okay, they got a little heavier setup, so I bet they're gonna go to the West part this time.
Slightly heavier. They've got 2 heavies, 2 mediums, and 2 lights. That's 2 T29s, 2 T69s, and 2 1390s, of course. 4 auto loaders, 2 single shots.
Yeah, but this map, I didn't play that many compared to 1 year ago. But when I in a random battle. When I'm in a random battle, this map is changing a lot, so it's somewhat different right now.
I imagine. All right, so, hello, this is interesting.
Yeah, we didn't get a screen. Here.
Yeah, and I think I see why. If we look at Edison's screen right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. We have to remake the game because we unfortunately ended up loading into this game with a T1 Cunningham on the team of...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the team of what's what I'm looking for? It wasn't Front Mission, was it? No, it was on Elong. They loaded up with an extra T1 Cunningham. So
okay, not typing right now.
They just destroyed it. We're going to a short break, guys. We'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Oh.
All right, guys, it looks like we got all the bugs out of the system, and now we're about ready to go with the second round without any trouble. Unfortunately, if one team loads into a game with more tanks than the other, regardless of whether or not they are destroyed early on, then that game is automatically negated because it does not fit in line with the Wargaming.net League, what is it, Gold Series regulations. So, I mean, when you've got 8 tanks versus 7, even if it is just a single T1 Cunningham that is killed at the beginning of the game, it's an unfair advantage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's the problem there, but, you know, we're going to face that as soon as possible. But I hope it won't happen on the second match, I think.
Me too. I mean, there's some commotion and ruckus going on in chat that basically says, well, whenever someone logs into the game using, or whenever someone disconnects and then relogs into the game, they're selected as a T1 Cunningham, as opposed to an observer, but it looks like all 3 of our observers are just about ready to go. Excuse me, all 4 of our observers are ready to go with binoculars, not T1s.
Yeah, but you know, they use an observer there, but when they get in, it becomes T1. I don't know what's going on there. But
yeah, both sides have said they are ready, and we're just about to hop into this next game. We're just waiting on the production crew to get things started and ready to go.
Yep.
But at the moment, who do you think wins this one? I mean, do you think it matters too much? I mean, do you think it matters too much the different tank loadout coming from front mission?
They cannot do the different tank loadout, you know, because of your rematch. It's not a new match.
I mean, different from game number 1. Like, they had a T-32, now they got 2 T-29s.
Yeah, they got 2 T-29, they got 2 T-69, but, you know, it's not heavy enough, I think. I do remember from the finish they use almost all heavy tank with one light tank, I think. You know.
All right.
Yep.
Well, with enough time, we will be able to tell just what is on the minds of front mission.
And this one, I think the European they're gonna use they're gonna use Scout and sniping stress. But for T-69, I touched to. I mean, before you push, you got to get a lot of fire. But T-69 is much easier to penetrate compared to I-3 or T-32.
Wow. Okay. Well, spawning to the south, it is
formation. Oh no.
Elo on defense.
Yep.
And to the north, it is front mission. On offense. And I like the positioning coming from front mission already. We can see it
in
very
lighting
plainly.
On the west part, not that good because on this map is really different right now on the old stage. I mean, before the map change, if you go to the west part, you're gonna have really nice camo, got a nice cover. But on this version, you know, you won't get any advantage there.
Right. Well,
I mean, in the other side, on the line 3 is much safer compared to the line 1.
those T-29s are making the push, and their turrets are very solid. It's very, very frustrating to be in an AMX 1390, aim at the turret, and then find that most of your shots bounce. But they're just about ready to push in there with 5 tanks on the receiving end, ready for the defense. 198 and 433 on to help me please in that AMX 1390.
Yeah, it is a T-49. You know, it's lucky non-penetrate. If you penetrate, you're gonna see the 1000.
I believe you every step of the way. 212 off of Guanren's companion behind him. It's actually a reflection, and 216 off of Guanren himself. All right. Now we got Ripper.
Wow, they're gonna flank into North.
A little bit caught in the open. Yeah. But I mean, like, Elong spares no time with that. As Edison said, they're going for the flank. 470 off of Calliope, 243 off of off spin. GRB takes a little bit of heat in the background. 708, 924, 244, 62, 1149, 444 off of off spin. Who's now next on the menu? 720 stacked up. Wow. It is now 244 off of Black, and that is
a T69. You know.
Oh man.
They got an 8 shot, but I didn't see the Elon got too many punishment there.
Didn't work out too well. Help me please. Now living up to his namesake. 96 damage, 193 off of reflection, 92 off of help me please with another shot he takes. And Blood Plus and WD-40 are now doing their best to take out GRBC, and they do get him out, but now it's a 4 versus 4 scenario, and the other 4 coming from Elong are slightly higher in HP at this moment.
No, the Nightmare, I bet the Nightmare in the reloading right now.
Reflection, he's about to fire a shot. He's at T49. There it is! 393 damage off of the turret? Of the WD-40?
Yeah, with T29, so it's not that easy to penetrate. Wow! He shoots
Nightmare
He
coming around the rear, but he's on the reload. He gets it. 138 off of Reflection. Blood Plus trying to knock him out of the game, but where is it? Has his turret been hit? The ammo rack?
I'm not sure, but he should kill him much earlier, not like this.
Ripper against the world. Nightmare versus Ripper. 1390 versus 1390. Being reinforced now by Elong. 430 off of Ripper's hull. He's gonna try and get Nightmare. 333 off of Ripper. The next shot will take him out. 87
is a hash.
All right. So I mean, we saw an amazing fight coming from Front Mission there, but I feel like in the beginning, once they made their move, Elong was already ready, was already prepared to, like, how do I say this, sever the head, if you will.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe. It's like Front Mission's going for a long swing with a massive two-handed sword, while these guys are going for a dagger to the throat.
Yeah, they're doing quite nice flanking, but they're trying to flank the T69. I would say it's not that good because of T69 is really nice to counter the light tank. But on that moment, I didn't see the T69 shoot anything.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
It was, yeah. I mean, I feel like they didn't see the flank coming in. They didn't see that counterattack coming in quickly enough, and they didn't react to it quickly enough.
Yeah, I only see the T69, just spin. Spin and didn't shoot anything. But if they focus fire nicely, maybe they're gonna win this one. But the two TC9 died dead, but didn't do anything. So sad.
Yeah. Okay. So that brings the offensive rounds to a conclusion for Front Mission. Let's see how they do on defense at this short 2-minute break. Don't go away, guys. Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny.
It's Edison.
And we are back now with the defensive round coming from Front Mission.
Okay.
And I think that ought to be pretty fun.
Yeah, but I think at least Front Mission gonna maybe copy like a long strategy. And if you done that or you make that, you're gonna know how to assault next time.
That's right. We already see 2 AMX 1390s coming from Front Mission, but at the same time, maybe they're just stalling for time because at the moment they haven't finalized their their tank loadout, and that's the interesting part about all of this.
Yeah, and Elon team they choose a T54 light tank. It's quite strange here. I'm not sure, but the tank did not get really nice DPM.
What is its specialty, Addison? Its sniping ability, its sniping capabilities?
The armor is better than other light tank, but the firepower, the gun depression is so bad.
So I mean, do you think it could only be one T54 that they'll choose, or?
I don't think it's gonna choose more than one. I think.
All right.
Yeah, but if Elon choose this one, you're gonna see how they use that. So.
All right. So at the moment, we're still waiting for the rest of the tanks to what's the word I'm looking for? Just pop up on our screen. But at the moment, I'd like to go ahead and highlight just how very little we've seen other maps besides. That's what I'm looking for. Prokhorovka and of course Steps in the Wargaming.net League Gold Series. It's just, I don't know. I think maybe what we have coming from, I think the Steps ban or the Prokhorovka ban, one of those bans came from Front Mission for sure, and then maybe the other one came from
it's
Elon.
They banned the Cliff and the Prokhorovka, so I think no one want to fight Elon on the Cliff. It's really
for
hard. Real. It's a light tank map and with a close range, so it's perfect for Elon.
Indeed.
It's perfect.
It really is.
But Prokhorovka too, but it's really hard to choose if you verse to Elon. Perfectly, you want to drag Elon to the city map, but maybe they're gonna ban him or something.
Yeah. Ruinberg is already on the table though, so they're gonna have to deal with that. Maybe we could see a 4-4. Who knows? Maybe we could see a tiebreaker game between these guys. They did this versus Charlotte Tiger. And Charlotte Tiger made it to the season finals of season 2.
On this season, I feel Charlotte Tiger is not that strong compared to previous season. Maybe other team getting better is possible because on the first season when the schema to choose the goalie member is not that. No, I cannot say it's fair, but someone lucky there because if you distribute on the group A and there is no strong team there, you're gonna raise up. But on this season, we got up down strategies, up down system. So the top silver gonna go up and someone gonna go down, right? So on this season, we got more even.
Distribution?
Yeah, got more even. So Short Tiger is not that easy compared to previous season. But for the Elon, for the team efficiency, they still really tough team. They still got really nice score right now.
Yeah. Still waiting for these guys to get their tank selection underway. It hasn't budged since we started talking about this. Well,
I don't know what's going on there, but normally we finish that in like 1 minute, but today. Maybe more than 5 minutes.
I got a question for you. Who do you think is going to make it to the season finals in season 3 of Wargaming.net League Gold Series? Do you think it'll be team efficiency by any chance? They're already at the top of the list. But
TE, Elon, Short Tiger, these 3 teams still really strong. But right now, if the Horsemen win finish and formation, they're gonna take the 4th place. If a formation win the Horseman, they're gonna take the 4th. So next week we're gonna know who is the number 4.
All right.
Right now we can assure that because of these 2 teams do not fight into each other.
Yeah, I mean next week is going to be, of course, the final week of the round robin, which means we then wait for the playoffs, and with the playoffs we determine who is going to be in the season finals. The top 2 players, or top 2 teams rather, from the season finals. Excuse me, from the playoffs will be in the season finals.
Okay,
versus the best team in Korea.
Right now. Let's start right now.
Finally, it's great to have a game on our hands.
Okay, formation choose a light hand setup.
Interesting choice. You think? I mean, I think that screams rush strategy, but they're gonna have to match the coordinated fire that Elong has as well. In this position, if we see Elong spread out too early or too far early on in the game, they could be in a lot of trouble. It looks like we're hitting some kind of frame rate issue. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, but I bet Elong gonna go through, and the light hand go here quickly capture and someone gonna defend here. But the problem is, if formation know how to put a spotter here, if they don't know, I think you're not gonna work out and win.
Oh man, it looks like the observer.
Oh, they just rush.
The observers forgot to put on our what's the word I'm looking for? Our mini map.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well here we go. We've got Nightmare taking 129 damage already. A scratchless front mission, and here comes the positioning. 143 damage off of Black.
Yeah.
WD-40 is poking up there, but he's immediately backing off.
Yeah, the position for Yilong is not bad because they got so many tanks.
249, 239, 229, 232
wow,
off of Calliope, 591 off of Elong's Fox TS, 943 off of him already, 506 off of Calliope, and he is taken out of the game first, as highlighted by Edison. Yeah. And the second one does come off of Elong as well. They're going to have to regroup and re-coordinate fire.
Yeah, and he's reloading right now.
Black is being dived in on that 440 damage and a missed shot. Help Me Please is now running away after unloading his load. 275 damage off of his hull, and Reflection is now getting ganked by totally surrounded. WD-40 at 308 damage taken down to last sliver, 159 off of Elong, 280 off of GRB. It's Blood Plus versus GRB.
And problem right now is who is capturing? The Elong?
It is. They're on offense.
Somebody have to reset,
3v3 right now.
It's reset.
It is. It's been reset for a while, if I'm not mistaken. 213 damage off of GRB, and now we've got front mission with the upper hand. This situation. 481 off of Guanren, and that's of course his tier 6 tank. 161 off of Blood Plus. Elong is not looking good in this game. That's 1 versus 3. Try as he might. I don't think Nice is going to come out of this fight. 564 off of his hull. 812 now. Next shot. If it doesn't bounce, takes him down. And Ripper catches on fire at that moment, I might add.
Yeah.
All right, so what exactly happened there? We can tell, of course, because, we couldn't really have it clearly articulated because, we can draw on our all-in-one PC and have it show up on the minimap.
Yeah, but on my memory, I think the formation team, they doing quite nice on the Foxfire last night, and because of Elong, they trying to capture, so they got 2 tanks on the east part. They only have 5 tanks there, and the formation, I bet they didn't score, but they find someone was capturing. They just guess maybe you only have 5 tanks here and 2 is there. So the 7 tanks just rush in and kill T69 first. After that, kill other light tank. But if the Elong can be more patient, maybe they can pull back and doing the sniping strategy. Maybe it's gonna work out. But on that one, I saw the T14, T9 rush out first and die first. That's it.
All right, so that is this game in, I guess we could say 60 seconds, in a 60-second long explanation, and that is going to take us into our 4th and final game of the map after this short 2-minute break. Don't go away, guys. All right, guys, we are now back with the final game that's going to be on Muravanka. Right now we've got Elong up 2 points to the 1 of Front Mission. And I think after maybe cross-examining their strategies in game number 1 there, they're going to load out with different tanks, because at this moment we actually have all of the tanks save for Front Mission's AMX 1390, one AMX 1390, and an RU-251 still, how do I say this, absent from lobby. They're not in the lobby just yet, but Elong's going with one Pershing for the time being, but they haven't swapped that out yet.
And I want to say another point on the previous match. I think the target selection for the formation is really nice. They kill the T-69 and kill light tank first, kill Pershing, then after kill T-32. Sometimes we saw a team, they kill Pershing, kill T-32 first. For the mid tank, for the heavy tank, they got better armor, so it take more time on that. So,
All right, so we've got a T-49, an AMX 1390, RU-251, and 2 AMX 1390s. I'm thinking it's going to be, the final tank should be an RU-251 coming from Elong. This is just the way they play.
Yep,
and
they got more light tank this time.
Right.
And the formation, they also got couple change. They choose the Object 416. It's a sniping tank here because of the gun depression is not good, and it got really flat. So it's not proper for the hill fight. I mean, on the hillside, maybe you need gun depression. So if you drive the Object 416, you're gonna get problem there. So it should be defended on the south side for sniping strategy.
All right, so both sides are just about ready to go. We're just waiting for them to get the ready out, and of course our production crew to get this game started. But at the moment, here we are. We're getting into the game now. At this moment, I feel like maybe Front Mission can win this one. I mean, they banned Cliffs. They banned the other maps that they knew that Elong would have superior advantages on. Hands down. Of course, we remember PvP Super Friends versus Elong. On Cliffs, they didn't lose a single game.
Yeah, the cliff for our team to versus Elong is too tough, I think.
Yeah,
they're doing really nice on the T-49. I feel the highest hit rate for T-49 might be Elong or Sharp Tiger. On other team, I didn't see our team using the T-49 on a really perfect scenario.
All right, so spawning to the north it is again, Elong, and to the south it's going to be Front Mission. To this point in the game, it looks like Front Mission is just going to, I would say, they're trying to make the setup, they're trying to make the ambush, of course, they're trying to make their defensive setup, but I feel like Help Me Please is pretty exposed in his present position, but there's enough houses between him and the rest of the Elong to where it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah. I think also important part for the formation is also they got to get the spot position, because of if you stand here and someone capture, they're gonna make big problem for him, because of if you want to go back for reset, and I bet the Elong team they're gonna go here and trying to snipe in you guys. So if you cannot reach the capture circle, you're gonna die in the road. So I just recommend if any team they want to spot the east side, they need a spotter on the south, south mid-south.
I feel like Front Mission hasn't really gone with...
they sent one. They sent one skill to the south side, but he's alone without any support, so we're gonna fight first.
He spotted Guanren. Of course, ignore the light bulbs on your screen, guys.
Do you see the sniper on the north?
Yeah, and he's doing a lot of damage there.
Yeah, that's what I say.
754 and gone.
Yeah, you need a spotter and not run and skill. If you just stand somewhere and without moving, they cannot see you because there is a bush, and you can use a camo there. But if you just move in and then everyone see you, they got a lot of sniper on the north side. You cannot, you cannot escape that.
Right, that's essentially the state of this game right now. Elong has realized, okay, they know what we're doing. The jig's up. We're just gonna turn tail and rotate, and it looks like the same thing is coming from Front Mission right now. They do not want Elong doing a long rotation to capture point 1, so now they are getting their defensive setup going on.
Yeah, and
but they're forced to use an AMX.
Yeah, finally the formation now they got need a spotter on the south, and This time they put an M41 Bordeaux there. If they put one in the beginning, they won't be that tough right now.
All right. At this point, I don't know. I feel like the ambush isn't quite ready there from Front Mission, but the T-49 is getting into position for Elong. They want to deal out that blow that's going to take 1,100 damage or 1,100 HP off of an AMX 1390 should they manage to connect that shot. There they are.
Mm-hmm.
Elong now piling up on the west end of the map.
Yeah, here they want to
240 off of Help Me Please has been caught on to just a little bit. And Front Mission, the question is, what do they do right now?
Oh,
they're getting pounced on. This is not good. The
Wow.
positioning is not that great right now. Zeratul is stuck around an edge. He's trying to deal out what firepower he can, or what damage he can. And now Elong is diving into a position where they're not really making that many shots hit.
You know, the formation
Oh,
kept
man.
missing. It's not formation.
Initially,
formation.
Elong was too, but now this is not looking good. The concave, the surround, the whatever you have it. 527 off of Help Me Please. 757 and gone. 224 off of Calliope, and he is now next on the hit list. 688 off of Reflection. Zeratul might be able to get him. Indeed, he does. 391 off of Zeratul, one shot. 242, 368 off of Nightmare. 507, 359 off of Elong. 888 off of Nightmare, and out of the game. WD-40 is now on his own versus these three hungry sets of teeth. 903, and it looks like he is gone. That takes game number 4 and puts it in the pocket of Elong, bringing the score to 3-1.
Yeah, I think the problem about the personal ability. When Elong rushing, you know, the formation got a lot of chance to shoot, but I saw at least 4 to 5 rounds didn't hit anything, nothing there, nothing. You know, if they hit someone, you know, maybe they can kill one first, and you know the result is not that difference. You know, but didn't hit anything. It's quite.
It's not that great. I mean, like, on top of that, I mean, it was just the positioning from Elong. They were ready to do it, and I feel like Front Mission with their defensive setup, some of them were already on the other side of the hill, and then Elong's just like, we have to dive on those 3 or 4 tanks right there because we've got all 7 of us right here.
They know, okay, we got 7 tanks, and we only saw, okay, there's 2 or 3. They just decide, okay, we're gonna rush in, but on that short range, they must know their enemies so close to them. I mean, another one, but actually they just stand there, you know. But our support tank didn't get anyone at all.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like the T-49. Did the T-49 follow the rest of Elong or no? Was he waiting for? Okay.
No. I mean, Elong team have 7 tanks, you know, stick together.
All right. I was just curious because I thought maybe they would wait for the rest of Front Mission to come around, the other 3 tanks.
Yeah, they just rush it.
Yeah.
They just rush. Okay. And the result is different because of the Foxfire. You know, you got more hit rate, you got more win rate. That's it.
All right, so we're going to see how the next game goes between Front Mission and Elong on the next map, which is going to be Ruinberg. Guys, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go away. All right, guys, here we are, map 2, Ruinberg, game number 1. In this situation, I mean, with the score 3 versus 1, for those of you who may be watching for the first time, that actually means that Elong only needs to win 2 games to win tonight's match. However, we could see a tiebreaker. It's still on the table. We could see, basically, in order for that scenario to happen, we'd have to see 3 of 4 of the games on this map go into the pocket of front mission. But as Edison said before, this is actually one of the weaker maps for Elong to play on. So maybe front mission has what it takes to pull out the win on this, but I don't think we've seen them play on this map before.
Yeah, but I saw the formation they doing really nice on the force wire. So even on the heavy tank war, I don't think they can win the Elong if they just fighting on a really close range. But I'm not talking about formation really that bad, but on the force fire, Elong's still doing really nice. But on the heavy tank, they are not that perfect.
All right, so we are getting started, guys. Let's go. Alright, so the loadout, as you can see, is a Chinese 110, 2 AMX 50-100s, 3 AMX 1390s, and an F304 SPG from Elong. T71, M41 Bulldog, 2 RU-251s, and 3 tanks that I didn't get the chance to read coming from front mission. But of course, I imagine 1 or 2 of those might be a heavy.
Yeah, but because the formation team, they use more light tank and much lighter setup, like mid tank, but most of them is a light tank. That means they're gonna rush out here. Yeah, but it's really interesting because of Elong, they use FV 304. That means they are defender and they're trying to use the artillery to reset the capture here. That means they expect the formation gonna go here and rush back here.
That sounds legit.
Yeah,
that sounds like.
But no, they use the artillery. That means they want to use some spot, and they use the angle difference to set a capture right now. But Elong team also know we got more light tank. Maybe you're gonna go to the south side, so they all go to the south.
329 off of off spin. He is now one shot.
Yeah.
All right. Spread wasn't looking too great coming from front mission off the start, but now it looks like they're ready to intercept something. Although they did just lose off spin in the M41 Bulldog, and fire is continuing to be exchanged across the board. 221 on Calliope.
Wow.
422 on him. It looks like I may have
artillery.
Yeah, I may have just said that completely wrong.
They cannot go there. Your enemy already go. Oh, you don't have any angle there.
What
because even so, they cannot kill you. They got artillery.
That's true.
Yeah.
732, 781. He's caught on fire from Blood Plus is on fire and he's burned out. 302 off of Ripper. 227 off of Nightmare. 249, 740, 474 off of Ripper, and now he's gone.
Yep.
Now it's up to WD-40, Zeratul, and Panda Eye to pull out the win. 243 off of Black Sea, and he backpedals away from that Zeratul at 297, putting 262 onto GRB. 587 off of Zeratul himself. 256. 246 in exchange onto GRB, but now we've got Fox TS trying to cut him off and does so successfully. 335 before he takes him down. And out of the game. 315 off of WD-40, 566 now. He's struggling for dear life. 779, 1023, and gone. It's all up to Panda Eye now, but 1 against 7. I've never seen the 1 win before, unless it was a draw, if you will. And that will take front mission out of the game. Of course, they did of course take down 1 tank from Elong, but now we have to wait for essentially the next game to see whether or not they're going to pull things out. They've got to win the next 3 games in a row and then win the tiebreaker to win tonight's games.
Yep. And on this one, I think the Elon team already know what you're gonna do because of they choose artillery. So that means if you want to capture, they're gonna be really easy to reset. So on that scenario, okay, formation maybe they want to rush out on the east side first, but they did stick together in the second. They didn't go to on the shorter cut. I mean on the shortest distance. If you got shorter time to reach the mid east, you might got more advantage there. But if you didn't go out, just stand there and waiting for your enemy all set out there, you cannot go out anymore. And after that, they're trying to go out and like one by one and died one by one.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's this game in a nutshell. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to wait about 2 minutes to find out whether or not Front Mission is gonna win the next 3 games in a row, or whether we see Elong take the final game of the evening. So we'll be back in just about 2 minutes, guys. Don't go away. All right, guys, we are back now with game number 2 on Ruinberg, potentially the final game of the evening. But looks like there hasn't...
Elon have sent setup today.
Right now. How about Front Mission?
Let me check it.
Looks like they've got it just about too.
No, I don't. No? I don't think let's do any change here.
No change
Maybe
whatsoever.
One Bulldog to T71.
Yeah, I mean we still have that SPG coming from.
No, the same.
Yeah,
the same.
So it's completely the same this time around, and we're diving straight into game number 2 here on Ruinberg. I think this means we're gonna see Front Mission rely almost entirely on positioning to get them the win in this game. And right now we are at the countdown, waiting for the game to begin. Everyone's loaded out and ready to go. Pershing AMX 1390s, 2 RU251s, an M41 Bulldog, and a T71 coming from Front Mission. And of course the same loadout that we had in game 1 from Elong.
Yeah, I think that is really interesting, Elong team, they use a FV304 as artillery, force the enemy go through the mid-east or southeast. If you see an artillery there, you won't see anything about capture. So they don't care about your capture right now if they have the artillery there.
Well, it looks like Front Mission is trying to make that rush happen. They want to keep. They want to try and surround the few tanks that are already in the center of the map coming from Elong right now. And there's one heavy tank actually right next to that F304, that SPG. But at the moment, We are still waiting for something to happen. 120 damage on the Nightmare there in exchange for 239 out to Calliope, and I don't think that was quite worth it in an exchange.
Yeah. If you go to the south because of the distance, and the Elon team can get much better position compared to the formation.
All right, and I mean, that being said, this is effectively speaking, if you want to talk about tank fights, 6 versus 7, but Panda Eye getting caught way out in the open, 512 damage off of him, 250 off of WD-40, and Panda Eye is now looking like he's not in a great position. 249 off of Nightmare, 527 off of Ripper. That was over 1,000 damage to get one tank out of the game. Elong's nice is now getting totally surrounded. 580. 573, 963, 867, 981. The numbers right next to each other, but I think this might be a game where Front Mission might be able to win. The positioning is looking almost magnificent for them. 635 off of Zeratul.
Yeah, the problem for Elon is they are reloading right now. They got a lot of the auto-loader.
They're ultra spread right now. WD-40 and Calliope crunching
nice.
Fox DS and taking him out. GRB now running for the SPG got a connection there and almost took him out of the game. 289 off of Zeratul. He's now one shot taking cover behind a house. Reflection is going to have to deal with the Wrath of Calliope, and WD-40 now one shot at 296 damage off of his hull. And I don't think this is a fight that WD-40 as well as Calliope would, but he caught him on fire, and that was enough. Zeratul now coming in, the SPG.
It's unreloading?
Dealing out so much damage. 277 off of Calliope, and he is the second to last member on his team. Blood Plus is going to try and get Reflection out of here as well.
Yeah.
But,
the problem for Elon.
Oh my god, the miraculous shot coming from Reflection there. Blood Plus is now going straight up against Reflection.
Oh my god.
Non-penetrating shot.
It's a heavy tank.
Was that friendly fire coming from the SPG? 44?
Yeah, it's a friendly fire.
Stacks up to 44, works against him just a little bit here. 251 off of Reflection, and Blood Plus doing his best to stay alive. Tooth and nail fight. 458 off of Reflection.
Almost a
SPG almost commits friendly fire sin again. He's on fire, that is to say Blood Plus, and he burns to death. That was an amazing final game.
They're doing really nice, I think.
Yeah, that was really action-packed, fast-paced. Loved it from start to finish. Wish we had more games on Rosenberg.
Yeah, but I think if the formation they're doing this, they push faster. They still have some team member in the middle, and they came like 10 seconds or 15 seconds. After that, they start to push. But on that moment, Elon team is already ready for them. But
they were.
Yeah, but I have to say on the reaction of a formation, they know you got a autoloader, and after their first attack, after they're trying to attack, and they know how many rounds you shoot, and they know okay, the team Elon may not. Most of them are reloading right now. They're trying to push, doing really nice on that one, but finally they still fail because of MS-50, is reloaded. After that, they don't have too many chances there.
Right. Well, I mean that it brings the score now to 5-1, and that means Elong has won tonight's matches. A little bit anticlimactically. Have we seen any team this season take more than one game off of Elong yet?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Even PvP Super Friends, I mean, they could only get a single game.
Yeah, and other teams got their Horseman got a 1.
Yeah. No, they got 2. They got 2. I remember.
Horseman got a 2. And
okay, there we go.
Yep. Okay, but we didn't see the team efficiency yet. So I bet the team efficiency, maybe they got a chance to win Elon. I know that's tough, but they still got a chance. But I heard someone told me in their practice. Elon got like 18 strength.
18 strength. What do you mean?
I mean the winning to the team efficiency.
The winning to the team efficiency. What do you mean? The 18 strength?
Like a strike, they got 18 winning when they training. The team efficiency do not have too many chance to win on that one.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, because of maybe it's a rumor or someone didn't get me. They didn't tell me the right message, but that means whatever. The Elon team still, even they are in the training, they are really tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got a really nice team, but in the training, they play like a freestyle. Not that straight, but Elon team, no way.
They certainly adapted APAC-ASIA as their new home, and they are certainly ripping up the other teams that are already out there. Of course, except for their first match of the season, which is a disqualification. But I think that's going to conclude tonight's matches. Make sure you tune in next week Tuesday and Thursday for, of course, the final week of competition.
Yeah, and the final week you got 3 matchup every day, right?
Yeah.
So
going to be very critical. And then I believe I don't know when, but we're gonna have to broadcast the playoffs as well. Do we know when that happens?
We should check the schedule. I think the date is already set up, but I didn't check it out today.
All right, we'll go ahead and double check that for you guys before we begin our broadcast on Tuesday. For now, I'm Benjamin Breaker Novotny.
This is Edison 99.
And we'll see you guys next week Tuesday.
Have a good night.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.